After the first release of Inside Out, now we gotta follow Riley through her teenage years with the emergence of new emotions that'll give us all kinds of adventures. As why today on the Summarizer, Inside Out 2. It all kicks off with the emotions gearing up alongside Riley, who's getting ready for a hockey game. Joy from Riley's mind eagerly announces the start of the championship and predicts her team, the Mermaids, will triumph. Now is when we meet Riley's emotion squad: anger, disgust, fear, and sadness. During a game, Joy tells us more about Riley. She's still exceptional, top of her class, kind, and always nice to stray cats. Plus, she's now a 13-year-old teenager with braces. Riley's personality islands are stronger than ever, but Joy reveals something new forming deep inside her: core memories. Joy shows an example when Riley helps a new classmate, Grace, who had a little trouble with her things. Riley's usual kindness wins her a new friend in Grace and Bree. Joy explains that these core memories form Riley's sense of identity, and she firmly believes she's a good person. After winning the game, Coach Roberts announces a 3-day camp for the top players. If they attend and perform well, they could join the team next year. At night, Riley's parents congratulate her, although she feels a twinge of sadness thinking her mistake might have cost her team the game. Joy presents an innovative creation, a protection system for Riley designed to push aside thoughts that aren't suitable right now. Later, Joy takes a core memory to the belief system, where Riley's most significant thoughts are stored. Sadness had never gone there before, fearing her clumsiness might cause a disaster, but Joy persuades her and they go together. They discover Riley's deepest convictions about herself, like "I'm a great friend and I'm a winner." This place, filled with positive thoughts and self-affirmation, is the core of Riley's identity. Here, Joy and Sadness realize their teamwork is crucial for Riley's well-being and growth. Hours pass, and in the quiet of the night, Joy hears a strange noise. Despite her efforts, she can't stop what's coming. An unexpected group has arrived to demolish the Emotions headquarters. They have permission to expand the headquarters, shocking everyone. Right then, Riley wakes up startled because disgust, anger, and sadness were in charge. They don't understand what's happening because they barely touched the console and now can't control Riley's actions due to a malfunction. Riley's mother is deeply saddened by how Riley responds. The mom's emotions conclude this day was inevitable and start a long-prepared talk about the changes of adolescence. Despite her mom's efforts, Riley continues to act up, and in a moment of frustration, she yells. The resigned Emotions comment that they'll be living through this for the next 10 years. Just then, her dad arrives to take her to the camp with her friends. We notice Riley has an obsession on the current Firehawks team captain, Valentina Ortiz. Meanwhile, Disgust notices a strange look in Bree's eyes and suspects she's hiding something, though unsure what. We shift to Bree's feelings, and Disgust also notices Riley suspects something's up. Grace can't take the tension and confesses that Coach Roberts won't be coaching them anymore because they've been assigned to another high school. This means they won't be together next year. That was what her friends were hiding, but they clarify they'll at least see each other this weekend. Despite the initial sadness, Riley and her friends reaffirm their unbreakable bond, getting ready to enjoy the camp, knowing their friendship will overcome any obstacle. Hours pass, and they finally arrive at the hockey camp. There, Riley starts crying, realizing she'll be alone. However, she spots Bree and Grace in the crowd. Then she bumps into Valentina Ortiz herself and gushes about being her fan, telling her everything she knows about her. At that moment, a new emotion shows up, leaving everyone stunned. It's anxiety, accompanied by envy, embarrassment, and finally ennui. The latter reluctantly responds to Valentina when she invites her to meet the other team members, shifting the entire console from her seat with an updated application. Now anxiety presents her unsettling theory about Riley, imagining scenarios where she disappoints Valentina and her friends, eats lunch alone, and only her teachers know her name. That'd be one of the worst-case scenarios possible. Just then, nostalgia appears, but she is told she needs about 10 years and a wedding to make her debut, so she is sent back to wait. Back with Riley, Valentina introduces her to the other team members and invites her to sit with them. However, the young teen politely declines, preferring to sit with her best friends. At that moment, the coach confiscates their phones and sends them all skating, causing some irritation among the girls. Afterwards, they start practicing, but Riley can't seem to get anything right. She overhears the Firehawks team saying the coach won't include her if she doesn't take practice seriously. This warning makes Riley feel even more pressured, while her emotions inside her mind battle between anxiety and determination to improve. When the girls leave, anxiety hatches a plan and has Riley approach Valentina Ortiz, who makes it clear the coach was tough on her too at one point, which means she cares about her progress. Valentina then invites her to join the team. Meanwhile, Joy tries to use the console again, but anxiety stops her, explaining a good plan has many parts and firmly tells Joy to take a break. Meanwhile, Riley gets ready to play, and Valentina renews her invitation to join the team. However, Riley had already made a commitment to Bree and Grace, and true to her beliefs and promises, decides not to accept the invitation. But anxiety can't allow it, forcefully removes the self-based identity core from its pedestal and sends it deep into Riley's mind. She then tells the others that changes are scary but sometimes necessary. With this conviction, she makes Riley approach Valentina, leaving her best friends shocked by her decision. Anxiety asserts that Riley won't be alone in high school now, and makes a drastic decision. With embarrassment's help, she captures the emotions that have accompanied Riley for her 13 years of life and sends them to the vault. While anxiety begins creating new beliefs for Riley, the emotions enter the place where Riley's secrets are kept. Here they meet Bluffy, a TV show puppy Riley liked. They then see one of Riley's crushes, Lance Slashblade, a warrior from a game that Riley and her friends enjoyed. And also here, we meet the worst Riley's fear, the darkness. Bluffy suggests the secrets should help the emotions escape from the vault, and they in turn will help them. Lance hesitates as they were all banished, and he's a cursed warrior with a weak attack, but eventually agrees to help them escape, though he struggles due to his curse. Finally, Darkness is convinced and releases them. Now the problem is how to get out of there. Bluffy uses Pouchy, a magical bag that pulls out many things it has stored, like explosive dynamite, which they use to escape the vault, while Darkness stays behind, saying it's not her time yet. When they manage to escape, police officers try to stop them, but Lance, after a conversation with Disgust where he discovers his true ability, decides to confront them while the Emotions plan is now to restore Riley's sense of identity, so she can be herself again. Joy will try to convince Anxiety to work together. But while Anxiety makes Riley get up early to practice, Valentina arrives and isn't thrilled about having two players so dedicated on the team, though she doesn't get too upset and invites Riley to eat with the team. Meanwhile, the banished emotions reach the stream that will take them to the depths of Riley's mind. Sadness points out they can't return without someone at the console to guide them, so someone must stay and go back to headquarters. So when they get Riley's sense of identity, they can return. And finally, Joy convinces her. While Sadness travels through the tube, the other emotions hop onto a broccoli to navigate through the flow to the depths of Riley's mind. Meanwhile, Anxiety is gradually bringing in more ideas and memories to reshape Riley's beliefs. Young Riley, on the other hand, is with the Firehawks team, who show her the red notebook where the coach notes down everything good and bad about each player. Later, they ask her what her favorite band is, and Riley mentions Dance and Glow. Anxiety steps in, suggesting she should name a band that the team likes. As they ponder, Ennui takes charge and makes Riley respond reluctantly, plunging her into chaos. Bree and Grace arrive and tell her they love Dance and Glow and even went to the concert, but Riley continues to act bored and denies it all. After the team says goodbye, wishing Riley luck for the next day, which will be the final trial where the coach will choose who will join the team next year. Anxiety comments that Riley isn't ready because she can't be herself yet, lacking a solid identity with her own beliefs. Anxiety lowers more beliefs, while the emotions continue to search for ideas to return to headquarters. Anger tells Joy that she's upset because she's always happy, but Joy responds that they haven't even found their way back to the depths of Riley's mind yet. And Anxiety is right. Riley doesn't need them, and accepting that hurts. Anger consoles her, saying everyone makes mistakes and they will make more in the future, but they mustn't give up. They then grab a hose and climb to the top of memories to see the path they should follow. Meanwhile, Anxiety continues to devise plans to make Riley a spectacular player and get accepted into the team. It's then that Embarrassment discovers Sadness in headquarters, covering her with books so she won't be discovered. And now is when Anxiety starts thinking about every possible mistake for the final game, causing Riley to lose sleep. Joy and the others arrive and observe Anxiety's plan, starting a pillow fight to stop the workers from projecting negative thoughts. And finally, Riley starts sleeping peacefully. However, the situation isn't over. Anxiety gets an idea to read the red notebook to know what she needs to improve for the next day's game. Sadness warns Joy, who tells her to stop Riley from reading the notebook, just as Riley is about to read it. Sadness intervenes, having taken the app from Ennui, but Anxiety discovers it, making Riley read the notebook where she finds her name. Unfortunately, she discovers that the coach wrote she isn't ready yet. So Anxiety then generates many ideas for Riley to improve in her last game. The next day, and now the positive emotions travel in a balloon towards headquarters, but Anxiety's ideas cause them to fall. Fortunately, Fear has a parachute and they manage to head to the depths of emotions. Meanwhile, Riley paints a red streak to resemble the Firehawks before starting the final game, but when her former best friends see her, they are deeply disappointed. Turning with Joy and the others, they arrive too late because Anxiety has just placed the final piece to create Riley's new identity. But upon doing so and returning, she realizes something is wrong. Riley keeps repeating that she's a bad person. Joy and the others descend to the depths of her mind where they find forgotten memories and the identity they had forged for Riley. Meanwhile, Sadness tries to convince Embarrassment to help her, and she succeeds. Embarrassment now cooperates, and together they bring back the emotions. However, Anxiety intervenes and causes all the tubes to break. The emotions feel powerless, and Joy doesn't have any more ideas. At the same time, the game begins and Riley does her best. Anxiety is in charge along with Envy, and Riley scores 2 points in the game, but she does it alone without passing to any of her teammates. Meanwhile, the other emotions call for Pouchy to take out all the dynamite he has and cause an explosion that allows them to reach headquarters. But now we have a problem because Riley is so aggressive that she clashes with Grace, causing the coach to intervene and send her to the penalty box for 2 minutes. On the other hand, Joy reaches the belief plant. Anxiety is at its peak and can't control herself, starting to break Riley's beliefs. At that moment, joy, anger, disgust, and fear arrive to help. While Joy tries to calm her down, Anxiety refuses to leave the console, but Joy manages to stop her, and they finally break the bad identity to place the good one. However, this doesn't resolve the situation and Anxiety apologizes. Joy decides to rip out the identity they had forged over the past 13 years, plunging Riley into total confusion of her emotions, memories, and thoughts. One of her friends sees her in the distance, sensing her distress. This pivotal moment reflects Riley's intense internal struggle, where her emotions and beliefs are in absolute chaos. After a moment of deep reflection, Riley finally manages to calm down. Her friends Bree and Grace arrive worriedly to see her and ask if she's okay. Riley, with a mix of emotions, tells them she's not, that when they told her they were going to be at another school, she panicked and acted so irrationally, with tears in her eyes. She apologizes and clarifies that if they no longer want to be friends, she'll understand and hopes to earn their forgiveness. However, instead of words, Bree and Grace simply give her a warm and comforting hug before returning to the game. As her friends return to the game, Riley stays for a moment more, reflecting on the importance of honesty and openness in relationships. Finally, rejoining the game, Riley feels renewed and ready to face challenges with a new perspective, knowing she has her friends' love and support unconditionally. Now Joy is called by Riley to guide her, and filled with happiness and enthusiasm. Riley plays wonderfully and as a team, showing a special connection with each of her teammates. After the thrilling game, Riley meets Valentina and her team. The atmosphere is tense with anticipation and nervousness, as at 2 o'clock they will publish the list of those admitted to the team. Riley, with her heart pounding, feels a mix of hope and anxiety. Valentina, sensing her restlessness, offers words of encouragement and confidence, reminding her that regardless of the outcome, her effort and dedication have been remarkable. In the midst of all this tension, we discover that Anger has become friends with Pouchy, and now they will work together, which is a significant and positive change. And now, all the emotions will collaborate in perfect harmony, joining forces to support Riley at every step of her journey at this crucial moment. Nostalgia appears again, adding a touch of melancholy and reflection to the scene. However, once again she is expelled, because it is not yet her time to shine. Joy, observing all this, tells us with a smile that every part of Riley makes her unique. Every emotion, every memory, and every experience contribute to forming a rich and multifaceted identity. Later, when Riley's parents ask her how the camp went, Inui automatically responds with a simple, "Fine." That was Inside Out 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment which movie you would like me to summarize.
Gotta work. Okay. Bye.